Lee, 5-1 defeated this afternoon. How did you see the performance?
Yeah, I don't think it was at the races today. I think we got what we deserved. You know, Northampton, all credit to them, they were the better side. Even at 1-0, we went. It was against the run of play. But that's football, and we'll take it. And I guess we rattled them for a moment, but it didn't last long. 2 wonder goals in the first half. Kim scored that, took that. I think that second goal tremendously well. But Jimmy, I mean.
Some strike,
she didn't even have a left foot. We just keep her going on the left, and she scores it out of nowhere. But I'm happy for her. It's great to see. I mean, when you score 2 goals like that, you get in half time. You're like, okay, we got what we deserve. We're 2-1 down. We're still in this game though, and that's what we really thought coming out of the second half. And we just not enough players at the races. We didn't have enough battling as we looked tired for some reason. But yeah, no excuses. The better team won today, and. A lot of lessons to learn, but we've got to move forward and get ready for Peterborough is how it goes, really.
Do you think that potentially, when we're talking about probably the physicality, and was it just maybe that just being bullied a little bit at times?
I thought we did get bullied today, yeah, throughout. And we didn't do that against Leafield. We stood up against Leafield, and we showed that physicality, and we got stuck in. But we was talking on the sideline, there's a big difference when you're in a game and it's a tight game and you players step up then, but when the game gets away from you, all of a sudden you feel the fatigue, you feel it wasn't the same today, there weren't the same energy today, for whatever reason. No excuses, we weren't at the races, simple as that.
Do you think, what could you maybe put it down to, maybe why, maybe we weren't at the races today, do you think?
Well, when you look at when you look at the past games, we were missing some key players. I think the spine of the team, when you look at like Leafield when we played, Tilly wasn't here, but you can add Tilly in the back line. She didn't have it in her to play back there today, so we got 90 out of her elsewhere, and she did the job we wanted to do. Izzy's out injured. Lucy Farrow was a big miss, obviously, with the RAF today. And there's some key players. That's the spine of your team almost with there. And Katie Williams, obviously, who had a great game against Leafield, wasn't available today. So, I know the players we put out there today, if they were all on their game, we would have given Northampton a game. That's not saying that we're missing those players. The players were good enough that we put on the pitch today, we had, and they are. But for whatever reason, Northampton deserved the win today, and they got the win, and we've got to take it on the chin and move forward.
Because you think as well, the team's been on a really, really good run since with the County Cup and of course in the league as well. Did you feel today maybe a bit of a reality check?
Yes and no. I think it was, playing in a stadium's a big thing. Northampton had a lot of pride playing here. They're tough here. I remember speaking to Andy at Kelsar about when they came here and when they won the league. One of the toughest games of the season. They are hard to play. We played here for Lincoln City, obviously, and we got beat 2-1, a really tight game. They give extra 10%. The crowd lifts them and that. And that matters, and they're playing for that pride. So I think the experience of playing in this environment, in this stadium, we can only get better and stronger from that experience. But yeah, it was just one of those things we've got to take away, reflect on it, and move forward.
We saw as well in the second half, one for the Devs as well. Richie came on, got some minutes as well. How pleased for her to get on this pitch as well, and it's another player that's come through the Devs into the first team. Yeah,
Rebecca, she's been training with us quite regularly. She's only 16, travels all the way from Doncaster way. She does well in training, to be fair. We've seen her feet in training. She's not afraid to get stuck in for someone so young. So we thought, well, let's see what she can do on this pitch. She went in and got some minutes, and she'll always remember those minutes for the first team. So really happy for her, but she deserved it. If she didn't deserve it, she wouldn't be on there, and we knew she could do something. So I thought when the subs came on, they did bring something. Piper came on and she found pockets and made things happen. But yeah, we got dragged into a bit of a long ball game. We were finding feet in the midfield, we're getting bypassed. So when you look at Liv and Betsy and Holly with their footwork, all of a sudden their strengths are gone because they're not going to win aerial battles then. So we didn't play to our strengths either today. So yeah, it was a deserved score for them.
You talk about Pip as well, getting some minutes. How crucial for her to get back after a really bad injury against Stamford a couple of months ago?
Yeah, she's been out a long time, Piper, really. So yeah, we've just got to pick minutes up here and there, but these are valuable minutes for her, and she'll only build and get stronger from that. So she's back training now, and she'll just get fitter and stronger and see where it takes her. But yeah, I was happy for her to get some minutes today, and Bella obviously, and yeah, be back here, of course.
Of course, when you debrief, a couple of days at time and look back at the game as well, what sort of positives can you take? So even though you might go 5-1, we're beaten here today, but what sort of positives can you take from this result?
Well, I think the biggest positive is I thought the first half was one of the poorest halves we played for a long time, but we were still in it. That's the difference, and they've scored 2 great goals to break us down. Second half, we thought we had it under control because we made a few tweaks. I think the positives are I don't think we play as poorly as that 2 games in a row. I'd be really disappointed if we did. So today happens, fine. Not enough individuals were at the races, but I don't think that happens 2 games in a row. And I think the players know who played well and who didn't, and I think we'll get the response just because they're a great group and that's what they're about. So I'm not too worried at this point. At the end of the day, lovely day, we're in a stadium, we weren't at the races, but I know we'll only get better from it.
And of course, a couple of weeks' time then Peterborough to come, sort of second to last home game of the season as well, another big test as well. What's your thoughts out of that?
Yeah, I mean, all these games we knew now, Leithfield, Peterborough, Northampton, Boldmere, Barnsley, they're all top half of the table teams. There's no easy games in this league anyway, but they're really hard. But I think the players just need to start to show we're good enough to compete with all these teams at the top half of the table, and that's how I want them to finish the season, that we deserve to be here, we can do something and we can prepare for next season. We don't want to be coming and getting beaten 5, 6, 7. We want to be competitive, and we were competitive in spells today, but the scoreline does reflect the performance, and they got that deserved win. So we're not going to do that 2 games in a row.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.